Most Florida homeowners believe a window makes the bathroom fan optional. Florida Building Code Section R303.3 does not agree, and neither does the mold growing behind the drywall they can't see. Here's the physics that makes the code make sense. A standard shower generates roughly 1 to 2 pints of water vapor into the bathroom air in a single use. That moisture has to go somewhere. In a cold climate, opening a window creates a vapor pressure gradient. Dry outside air draws moisture out. In Florida, on a summer morning, outside air sits at a dew point of 74 to 76 degrees Fahrenheit. That air is already nearly saturated. Opening a window doesn't draw moisture out of a Florida bathroom. It introduces more humid air into a humid space and leaves the vapor you generated right where it was. Section R303.3 of the Florida Building Code, Residential, 8th edition, requires mechanical ventilation for every bathroom, regardless of window presence. The minimum rate is 50 cubic feet per minute intermittent, meaning the fan runs during use and for a period after, or 20 cubic feet per minute continuous. Those numbers come from ASHRAE Standard 62.2, the ventilation standard referenced by Florida's residential code for occupant health and moisture control. A window satisfies the daylighting requirement under R303.1. It does not satisfy the ventilation requirement under R303.3. These are separate code provisions, and meeting one does not discharge the other. The distinction matters because of what moisture does when it has nowhere to go. Water vapor condenses on the first surface it reaches that falls below the dew point, typically the back of drywall, the bottom of the subfloor, or behind the mirror. In Florida's year-round humidity, that condensation cycle repeats daily. Within weeks, mold colonizes the paper facing of the gypsum board. Within months, it has penetrated the stud cavity. The damage is structural, invisible, and by the time it surfaces, the remediation cost exceeds the entire original bathroom build. The fan itself is rated by two numbers. CFM, cubic feet per minute, is the volume of air moved. SON rating is the acoustic output. The Home Ventilating Institute, or HVI, certifies bathroom fans against both ratings under a standardized static pressure of 0.1 inches of water gauge. This matters because the rated CFM and the installed CFM are different. Every foot of duct run, every elbow, every flex duct section reduces actual air volume delivered to the outside. A fan rated at 80 cubic feet per minute may deliver 50 cubic feet per minute through 15 feet of 4-inch rigid duct with two 90-degree elbows. Size up. Use rigid duct wherever possible. Minimize bends. The duct termination requirement is where Florida inspectors find the most failures. FBC R303.3 requires that exhaust air terminate at the exterior, not into the attic, not into a soffit, not into an adjacent space. Florida attics in summer reach 140 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit with relative humidity above 60%. Exhausting bathroom moisture into that environment causes condensation on the roof decking, accelerates mold in the attic insulation, and creates a pathway for that moisture to work back into the conditioned space. A bathroom fan exhausting into an attic is not ventilation. It is moisture relocation. Duct insulation in unconditioned spaces is required when the exhaust duct passes through a Florida attic. Without it, the duct surface temperature drops below the dew point of the exhaust air. Condensation forms inside the duct, and that water either drains back into the fan housing or soaks the surrounding insulation. A minimum of R6 on exhaust duct in attic space is the standard. Some jurisdictions require R8. GFCI protection is required for bathroom receptacles under FBC R303.3. A dedicated fan circuit with a humidistat-controlled switch is the cleanest installation. It removes the human variable entirely. Florida occupants forget to run the fan. The humidistat doesn't. The window in your Florida bathroom is doing one thing: providing light. The fan is doing the work the code required, the moisture physics demands, and the structure depends on. Those are not the same job, and the code has never treated them as one. If your Florida bathroom has a window and no working exhaust fan, you now know what's accumulating behind the drywall every morning. Share this with someone who thinks the window is enough. Subscribe for more Florida building code explained in plain language.